Well, hello and very welcome to this 3rd of January Daily Dominion. It is Saturday, there is snow falling outside and it's starting to get dark, so sorry for if the lighting is going to continue to get worse. But yeah, we're facing this 11 card kingdom today, and 11 cards it is because approaching army and setup has sneakily added another attack kingdom card pile to the supply. And thus, and also after we play an attack card, we get an extra money. Now, this kingdom looks pretty awful, just because a lot of things seem to be really really awkward. Um, there is a lot of attacks in Sea Witch, Minion, Barbarian. There is Enlarge to get rid of your stuff and turn it into better stuff, but that's the only proper extra gains during your turn, as well, if you want to read through it. Sorry, I forgot this. There's Enlarge as the only extra gains during your turn, and then if you manage to somehow gain 3 cards during your turn, you might gain extra cards via receive a tribute, but it's super hard to set up here, I think. And especially if you're getting cursed by an opponent's Sea Witch, you might be in for a world of hurt. Now there's also Secluded Shrine for trashing and also Watchtower to help out defending against the opponent's Sea Witch, but it's both not the greatest of all time to keep trashing that way. Then, yeah, I mean, we have Village in Plaza, which is really good, also in conjunction with Watchtower, being able to discard your coppers and then decreasing your hand size that way. It sounds really good. Then we have Poet as an Omen card, so after 5 Poets have been played, approaching army will buff the attacks even more. And Barbarian to potentially trash your opponent's victory cards. Apart from that, what do we have? Some draw in Artist, I guess. Some draw in Minion, if you want to call that draw. You could build a Minion deck, but due to the absence of plus buy, it's not too easy to really build a sufficient and powerful deck here, and especially with curses coming in. Now, the kingdom plot looks as follows. Look at this beautiful animation. By the way, I found out about this when experimenting for some Rising Sun campaign stuff. And you can do this in OBS, and now it just slides in. Yeah, the kingdom plots looks as follows: lots of attack stuff, lots of strong attack stuff. Gains are on the really low side. Only Enlarge and Receive Tribute are really there for you. And draw, thinning, and villages all not great. It's there, but it's not great, and no extra buys. What are we going to open? I think on the 3-4, it's fine to open Poet and Secluded Shrine. I think that would be my inclination. But also Plaza and Watchtower, or Plaza and Secluded Shrine, building up a coffers to make it more likely to hit 5. Or Poet and Watchtower, if opponent goes for a Sea Witch early, you might defend against that. But yeah, it's all fine, but also all not amazing. Now, on the 5-2, Sea Witch and skipping the turn sounds like the way to go. You could also aim for Enlarge, trying to turn your estates into plazas pretty early on. And that should also be fine if you're more on the pacifist side, but I like spamming curses for the opponent. So we have the 5-2, and we're just going to open, skipping our turn and going for Sea Witch. So that wraps up the discussion, and thus I think we can just start to play the game. We've been able to buy the Sea Witch, and I think this wants to be accompanied by a Plaza. Next turn we are very likely to only hit 3 or 4 again, so then we can put in a Secluded Shrine and start to get trashing. We even hit 4, but yeah, I think I like getting a Secluded Shrine here, and we do get to shuffle before AI gets to put in a curse, and we do get to shuffle here again. Now, I think we either want to trash here or we want to pick up a Watchtower ourselves to hopefully be able to defend against AI. I think I like the Watchtower a bit better and can pick up another Sea Witch here with the coffers. And now we even have the Watchtower in hand to trash the incoming curse, and that's really, really good. I think we're guaranteed to find the Sea Witch here. The question is just whether we want to discard an extra copper into this shuffle. I think it's fine because we draw one more card with this Watchtower, and yeah, we don't even draw the Sea Witch dead, and that's really, really good. Now, what do we add here? Probably this wants to be an Enlarge, but also I could see just adding another Plaza. But yeah, we should probably stay ahead on the trashing with Enlarge. Okay, we have this awful, awful draw, but nonetheless, yeah, actually, what is this draw? Yeah, we do get to play some more Sea Witch here. Now, next hand, there's the Watchtower in there again, and not much else. Some estates, I believe. We will do the Sea Witch thing again. So maybe we just add yet another Plaza and try to get going this way. And man, these draws have been really, really awful. Not connecting to our plazas, but at least we do get to... maybe we just trash out here. We can trash 2 estates, although maybe it's better to keep the estates for Enlarge and just top deck a Watchtower to try to draw somewhat next turn. Yeah, probably that's better. And I mean, we can still buy a copper to trash out these estates. And then, yeah, that should be worth it. And we can even trash the copper. Yeah, I like this play. Trash here, and hopefully we don't bottom deck both of the plazas. That would be really, really awful. We do get to thin out... Ah, no, we didn't put a... We didn't put a Sea Witch into play, so of course we do bottom deck the plazas, but now we get to once again top deck another Watchtower. We can turn one of the Watchtowers into another Enlarge later, but yeah, this already has been so worth it, having it here with these 2 plazas especially. And yeah, now our deck finally starts to get somewhere, I guess. We can top deck another one of those. We can buy a second Enlarge. Now next turn, yeah, let's hope we find one of the Watchtowers to go with all of the stuff down there. Or we could just guarantee it, actually. Just top deck yet another Watchtower. Maybe if we find another one, we can enlarge one of the Watchtowers of the starting hand. Or we can decide to enlarge the Secluded Shrine into another Enlarge. But yeah, just to really keep the stuff going. Yeah, probably top deck this to decrease our hand size, possibly. Yeah, looks good. Play this Plaza, play that Plaza, and we could even trash out this copper by turning it into another copper with the Enlarge before playing. Yeah, I think that's even better. And really the goal is just to get as thin as possible here. And yeah, keep drawing somehow. Now, do we need to start adding payload? Actually, I don't think so all too much, just because... Um, hmm. because approaching army will trigger, so then we'll have even more money from our sea witch plays, and any attacks we add will also increase our payload. And actually, I might be inclined to try to go for some received tribute stuff, which means that we need to add another Enlarge right now or on the next turn. And actually, we can just facilitate this by top decking a Watchtower, which we can then enlarge into another Enlarge. And the top decked Watchtower has the benefit of defending us against any incoming curses again. So we just top deck this and hope we find a Plaza, because then otherwise our whole plan won't work. Yeah, first the Sea Witch, and of course we don't find any. Man, awful draw. But oh well, there are a bunch of Plazas there now, so we get to maybe just top deck another Watchtower and already get another Plaza in. And or actually, let's do it that way. Let's trash this first Watchtower for a oops. Let's trash this first Watchtower for another Enlarge that we already put in the discard. Then top deck a Plaza here. And also top deck another Watchtower. Now it sucks that all of our plazas are there and none of the watchtowers, I think. Do we actually need to top deck 2 watchtowers if we want to trash one of them to Enlarge? We might just trash Plaza into Plaza actually. And yeah, see where we go from there. But we found 9. We didn't even find the Sea Witch there. Just an awful turn of events. And yeah, let's just trash this copper, turn it into another, maybe even a stage which we don't trash, just because I'm a bit afraid of like trashing down too much. And then yeah, play this. Now we get to probably play a Watchtower already. It's fine, I think. And yeah, here we can now top deck another Enlarge. Top deck that, play this Plaza, enlarge copper, or actually try to find the estate to enlarge into something good. And I kind of messed up by not finding the Sea Witch, but now we have enough money for this Received Tribute. And Received Tribute can gain us Artist, Golem, and Minion, I believe. And yeah, our deck should be rolling. We need to be a bit cognizant of piles. There's only one curse left. Now no curses left, no Watchtower left. And yeah, look at this. But AI is essentially handing us the win here, I think. Because we can pretty much just turn... Actually, this is a bit tough. What do we even do here? We can turn this Plaza into a Plaza, this Plaza also into maybe a duchy, and then we only have to buy a Watchtower. I think that's the course of action we want to go with. Play the Sea Witch now, discard this copper. Yeah, and easily we get to win here. And we don't even need to do any of this other stuff, but we might as well. Oh, I should have known that this was the minion to play the golem into it, but oh well. And yeah, I believe we can safely play this golem to find ourselves the other plaza, which can discard copper, can essentially do whatever we want here now. Even gain a second duchy, play this artist, enlarge a copper into an estate, and buy the last Watchtower. And note that we could have again played Receive Tribute and done more stuff there, but yeah, of course we just want to win now and Receive Tribute. Couldn't gain us more Watchtowers as we've played one. So yeah, weird. 15 turns, only 6 points, but we did have our deck well under control, while AI did not achieve that much, although its deck looks fine. Like some Watchtowers, some Plazas, some mix of Enlarge and Sea Witch. But I think one of the key things here was to have those Watchtowers top decked and to have those 3 Enlarges to do the Receive Tribute stuff. And although, I mean, in the end, it didn't really matter because AI lowered so recklessly here with these Enlarges. But yeah, I don't know. Interesting kingdom. Kind of finicky to play. Also, I need to note that we had the 5-2, which is of course always really, really good, and we got to play our Sea Witch turn 4, so we were able to already put a shuffle into AI's turn 4 shuffling. A shuffle into a shuffle. We were able to put a curse into AI's shuffle here. And yeah, I don't know what else to say except for please excuse the bad lighting. Wow, it's beautiful outside. There's snow and all the trees are covered in snow, but I know that my camera kind of struggles with this low amount of light now. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough, and I wish you good luck with this kingdom. It is quite attack heavy, and I think you can get buried in curses and not see much land. Also, we were lucky with the first Watchtower defending us against AI's curse. Then later on, we had a bad shuffle where all of the Watchtowers and Enlarges clinked together, but and separated from our plazas, but we managed to navigate through that and did to do some fun stuff, even click Receive Tribute in a proper fashion. Now, yeah, 17 minutes, I think that's alright for this video, and I will try to catch you in the next one, and until then, goodbye.